Greetings and welcome to another edition of Odin Writes Shit. Today I have for you a fuzzy camera and a pair of Bulows. I nabbed a couple of pens from X Fountain Pen's clearance bin, and I paid about $5 a pop for these, and I'm pretty pleased with them. They're quite interesting. I got this is... what is this? This is the Bulows X30 Afflato and the X49 High Crown. They are both hooded nibs, which I'm pretty easily entertained by. They're very nice and pretty and sleek, and yes. So, I'm pretty sure that Genhao and Bulows are like the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm usually pretty happy with Genhao's, so I got these because they looked spiffy, and they have a bunch of other clearance pens out there that I would have grabbed, but these caught my eye the most. So I'm not sure if they still have them on clearance. I mean, I'll leave the X Fountain Pen site link down below, provided it still works, because I'm not sure if it still works, because I know they had like a name change, and they've gone brick and mortar, and all that lovely shenanigans. So anyway, I'm going to go over the Afflato first. This one is basically black with gold trimmings. These both are pretty hefty pens. They're metal, as far as I know. It's got the Bulows on the cap here in a very interesting script that kind of reminds me of silent movies. Like, all silent movies tend to have this style of script and what have you, but that is what we're looking at with the spiffy nib. Taking a look at my notes, because I wrote a few notes. Okay. So it's got a standard converter on it, on here, and it's got a spring in here. Now, I don't know if anybody could answer me this or provide insight on, but I'm not sure what's better, to have the spring in here or the little ball in here, or since it's a converter, I don't really see a purpose of having it at all. Like, I can understand on some other places that don't really have the vacuum from the converter, but to me the spring seems to be... I don't know, the spring allows ink to go inside of it, since it's hollow, but it's still, I can't put the plunger down as far, so I don't know. Stuff in the converters, it's got a reasonable amount of ink in there, and this is a fine point pen, screw top. And not a whole lot to complain about. It's smooth, it picked up immediately, and I must say Diamine Pumpkin looks pretty spiffy in this pen. So, it just, yeah, not a whole lot to complain about. It's a reasonable pen, and I paid $5 for it, so that's pretty damn solid $5 pen. It's got this cute little detailing of like a large rhinestone, and then there's smaller rhinestones in there. They're probably plastic. Not much else to say about that. The clip is rather executive looking. It's just a, yeah, nice satisfying click. Posting is very nice as well. Feels a little heavy in the back when you post it, but nice balance that you can probably get used to. Oh yes, and it has the X30 here. I guess I could have just looked at the pen more detailed. But, yes, posting feels nice. I don't feel like I'm going to chip any of the finish here while I'm doing it, so yeah. That's the Bulows X30. I think the original price was like $20 or something along that line. And, yeah, I might pay for it if I was in a better position, maybe, but on the other hand, you know, I got it for $5. That's pretty spiffy. Onto the High Crown, the X49. This one is a lot slimmer, and I really enjoy the way this one feels. It's just sleeker. It's still got the heft to it, but it's a very, again, a nice solid pen, and I had no problems filling it up or getting any, I don't have any give or any resistance as I'm writing with it. It's got a strange ribbed texture, which I guess that is where I'd put my hand, but yeah, depending on how you hold it, it's probably about where you hold it. I'm not going to make the obvious joke about that, but let's see. The converter that this one came in with has a little switch converter on it. Don't really like these as much because I don't feel I get like a reasonable fill with them. I feel like you have to like do it a couple of times in order to get a proper suction, because it just doesn't feel like it's a strong enough vacuum to get the ink up in there. But this one had a ball inside of it. Let's see. Oh, this one is a Jinhao. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. This one is listed as a Bulow on the website, but it very obviously says Jinhao right on that ring. Interesting. Anyway. That probably proves my theory that Bulow and Jinhao are pretty much the same. Yes. The clip has a little bit more detailing to it, and it kind of reminds me of some, like, Art Nouveau, Art Deco kind of thing going on. It's got more rhinestones at the end of the cap, and I guess that's the high crown aspect of it, and it's just a cute pen. Again, paid $5 for it, and I don't regret it at all. It's a nice solid pen. So I highly recommend you guys check these out. Unless you already own them, then please tell me about your experiences or anything that I need to be wary of as I use them. But they're not... yeah, they're pretty solid pens. I enjoy them, so yeah. And yes, I think that'll do it for this edition of Odin Writes Shit. Tell me about more experiences that I need to experience in the pen world, and the other things I need to look out for, anything you're curious about, let me know. And of course, if there's anything I need to be trying out right now, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I will see you next time.